black Moors ruled Spain for 700 years or longer. They introduced this to them in masonry. That's why you see the masonry goes from Christianity and it goes into an Islamic symbol when you go high up in the degrees. The white masonry was introduced into masonry because to try to lift them up when they opened up the 16 universities in Spain. Go get the golden age of the Moors and read up on the actual stuff that happened in Spain. Well, they also introduced masonry as well as education to lift the beast up who was in a dark age, because it was a spiritual prophecy that they had to lift the beast up and give him a certain amount of time to rule before they came in and killed him. And one of the ways of doing this was spiritual alchemy, which since the Moors and that they put this guy Saint Germain up on the high levels and gave him the melanin. And since he left, there's been a 98% failure rate. We only know of one person after that by the name of Fucanelli who actually achieved the great works, which is nothing but the actual process of gaining melanin. Melanin, the key carbon substance of the universe. Stick with me because this is a lecture on melanin too. Okay? Now, so that's what's going on, and that card symbolizes that Aleister Crowley wrote this. Number one, let me explain some things about this God concept. I told you this in your Holy Quran. It says in the Holy Quran, this is the Lord that moves both laughing and the weeping, laughter and weeping. All things must return to God. He is the God that created both male and female from one single ejaculated semen. He is the God that bestows and enriches and will create all things anew. He is the Lord of Sirius, right in the surah of the Quran. Okay? Now what do they mean? Something that creates that means you're talking about Allah. The El, which means God, and the La, or the Lot, which means the triple blackness of space, and the actual goddess mother, which you would have. You get two words, the mother and the son. Allah. You have the triple blackness of space that's in the constellation of Draco. Triple blackness of space. It's so blue-black and so black that you can't even see it. So it has to reveal itself. And by revealing itself, it takes a nether-act, which is a number 7, which is a nether-act, and it cuts open the south gate, which is the vagina, and it reveals itself as the first star. That first star is called El, or Al, which is a reflection of the La, or the Lot, which means the triple blackness of space that you can't see. So the reflection is the first star of 8 stars, it's number 8, and it's called Al. You get the word Allah, which is mother and God, in one sentence, in one word. You get the word Sophis in Greek, which means the same thing. Or you get the great mother Nut and her son Sut, or the great mother Apit and her son Sut, which is the first primordial God of all time called black. When we say to God Jehovah, when we say to God Yahweh, when we say to God Allah, we're talking about nothing but the same expression of the first blue-black God in Kemet called Sut. Later on fashioned as Ptah, Osar, and Amen, or Ra, you see. Now, this particular science is going on. So what is going on here? Let's get into this expression of God. You have 7 chakras in your body. You have more than that. You have 7 major. You even have some below the genitals and some up above the head. You got the 7 chakras, the navel chakra, the root chakra, which is at the sacral vertebrae. You have the heart chakra, the spleen chakra, the throat chakra, the brow chakra, and the crown chakra. When the crown chakra is lit, or magnified, or manifested through going through the triple blackness of space, which is the melanin at the base of the brain, even though melanin is all through your nervous system, the melanin at the base of the brain, once it goes up into that triple blackness of space, in your brain, to remember that. As above, so below. As under, as on top. As within, as without. Those are the laws of the universe. You're nothing but the microcosm of the macrocosm. You are a small piece of the greater universe, which makes you God. Okay? If I do this little scenario. I get a bucket of water, say that's the universe, and I take a cup and dip in that bucket of water. Is not the contents in the cup the same as the one in the big bucket of water? It's just a little small. In your body is a small universe, okay? Now, when this particular Kundalini rises and the chakras line up and this energy of God rises up through the triple blackness of space, which is at the base of the skull, and the top of the spine, called the medulla oblongata, the mouth of God, that chakra. Your crown chakra lights up based on the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and all of this. That lighting up is nothing but a reflection of a star. That crown chakra you see on Jesus' head, which Jesus means title, Christ means title. You just know one man who got the Christ to it, and you think that's the only Son of God. Okay? There's several Christs. There's 16 crucified Saviors. Get Percy Graves' book, 16 crucified Saviors. 17 with no more. Black Christian, the Black Buddha, the Black Heru, which is being the primordial Christ of all time, which is a part of this lecture. The Archon. Okay? Metatron is a form of the Christ because Jesus, the one that you know of, was in the order of Melchizedek or Metatron. Okay? Once this thing lights up, you become a star. A small star. After you leave this realm and go to other realms and complete certain graduations, your final graduation after so many years, by doing the right thing, because after you leave this classroom, you got to go to another classroom. Your final resting place and your final manifestation is nothing but a small star in the universe. So when you see those stars out there, all that is once somebody's soul. Check? That's why my underwriters always say, tell me about the stars, we put them there. That was once somebody's soul. That star is the ultimate expression of your soul that you can get to. Allah being the first, or you would say Sut, Jehovah, Yahweh, being the first is nothing but the magnification of the first human soul that manifested into God. Okay? Like I said, Allah, he said God set up laws. He can't set up a law until he goes through it. Then he makes it a law. That means the first one that you worship was the first one. It's just that you on down the line, but you are God too, because we all are part of the one whole. Everybody got that? Well, if you don't, get the tape and check it out. Okay, we got to go on. So that's the stuff, all right? Because we got to go right on. Okay, I'm doing good with time. Okay, dealing with time. Anybody got some gold seal? Because I'm going to need something after I get through this. I know I'm going to catch a cold. So somebody get me some gold seal or whatever when I go so I can be all right. Now, the Eon of Maya, what is Maya? Maya is an ancient Egyptian word, an ancient Hemmite word that means truth, balance, order, righteousness, reciprocity, getting the stage and everything and the black nation back together on the true nature and the true order that it was once run. You understand? That is called Maya. The Eon of Maya, which is an estimated projection by a guy by the name of Freda Atchett, which was a part of the secret society called the OTO, which is his head was Aleister Crowley, by using the Holy Kabbalah, which is nothing but the precursor of your Bible. You just know the exoteric part of your Bible, but there's a whole other Bible called the Holy Kabbalah. The Holy Kabbalah, you can get several Kabbalahs, which is the breakdown of you and the breakdown of the universe, which your Bible comes from because the Kabbalistic priest gave you this Bible, and Jesus was a part of that Kabbalistic order with the Essenes or the Gnostic or the Sethians, coming out of Alexandria, Egypt, or Kemet, which is the prime time when they took all of the stuff out of the mystery system of Kemet and turned it over and made what you call your first part of the Christendom, or the Gnostics. You understand? Even your Hebrew, all of this comes out of Kemet. Now, studying the Kabbalah and breaking it down, he found out that there was a time, 44 years from 1948, would the Eon of Horus or the Eon of Maya would be established. That time, if you add it up, that would be 1992. Since we're about 10 years from behind on the calendar, the original calendar being your Soccer calendar, coming from Africa, or Kemet, then you have the Julian calendar, then you have the Gregorian calendar, the one that we are on, with 10 years behind time based on the white boy time. At that time, 1994 would be the year 2000, roughly about 12 years behind. In actuality, 1992 was the year 2000, based on the science we got from the sister and some other spiritual people that we worked together and we got this particular science. Now, with that in mind, 44 years from 1948 would be what? 1992, I believe, which would actually be the year 2000. Now, dealing with the Chinese calendar, this is 1998, because their calendar is close to the original calendar, a few years off. It's 1998, which in 1998 it would still make it About 4 years off, that would still make it around 1992. Because 1994, as the Chinese have it, is called the Year of the Dog. And the Year of the Dog is the dog star, or Allah, and it's the Year of the Dog. When we went to New York, the Chinese were walking around with a big sign saying, this is the end of the world coming 1994. You remember 2 years ago, they had on the news and people were laughing at them. They said it was the end of the world because they were saying they was on point because they knew that the year 2000 was 1992. And based on that count of 1998, see, they on point. You understand? We're behind time. Okay? Now, the Year of the Dog. Now, based on some things, we had the white boy had only a few years to rule, let's say it was a good 500 years to rule, totally. He had almost he's been fighting since the days of Horus, and we can go all the way back to 6,000 years. We can go all the way back, but when he ruled totally, because remember, in order for Maya to be established, the devil has to rule completely, is what it says in the Egyptian law. Set Typhon, who is the Egyptian devil, the second Set Typhon, would have to rule completely before Horus overtakes him, who is the original Christ figure. Okay? At that time, we have the white boy in his 500-year period was supposed to rule up until about 1914. But he got an extension. You can get the Nation of Islam, I'll tell you this. You can get that in the message to the black man, right? That's in the message to the black man. 1914, but he got an extension. Because we were not ready yet, we were still deaf, dumb, and blind. Hell, we hadn't even been out of slavery for about 30 years. Maybe, about, let's see, 1865, a good 40 years, 40, maybe 50 years, okay? So we know we wasn't fit for nothing, you know what I'm saying? We still crazy, we can't rule nothing. Why we gotta have a Messiah to come and jumpstart our brains. Okay, now, at that time, that could be with all the knowledge, you still take it as something good, get off, and you go just like, come see me as you go see Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, make you feel good. But we ain't gonna internalize it, okay? Now, at that time, he got an extension, and he got the extension around 1904, when a blue-black god by the name of Awas, Melchizedek, is a former Melchizedek, came back and gave a master, white boy, who had been studying the occult sciences in England, gave them this particular, what we would call, this time extension. They had set up some orders by Blavatsky, which is in England, a woman, I think she was half black or something, she looked kind of black. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawns. These were the graduate schools of the other masonry, the York Rite, the Scottish Rite, the Groucho Rite. These were the graduate schools. So they set up the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and they had correct communication with what is called the Black Rite, or the Great White Brotherhood, meaning the Christ mind, where they had the ruling people of this planet and the ruling people of this universe. They had some things telling them, well, we're going to give you this stuff so you can create this time continuum so you can have a little more time to save your behind. They did everything, and after Blavatsky died, she lost contact with these secret chiefs, as they call them, up above. And then the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, who used Egyptian or Hermetic rituals, lost contact also. Then you had a guy who was a part of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, I think he was 21 or 22, went to Kemet. When he went to Kemet, he and his wife rose in 1914 around April the 4th through the 8th. Let me get the time right, because I want to get this good on whatever, but I'll give it to you in a few minutes. He went to Kemet around April the 4th to the 8th. I think that's what it was. Yeah. And he got his time continuing, because when he was there, his wife kept going into trance, saying, Heru or Horus is waiting for you. Horus is waiting for you. April, let's get the time right. Kept saying, Horus is waiting for you, or Heru is waiting for you. When he went there, April the 8th through the 10th, even though our stuff is on the 4th, April the 8th through the 10th, said Heru is waiting for you. He could not understand, so she kept going into trance. He took her to the British Museum and said, well, I want, not the British Museum, museum that was in Kemet, Egypt. And said, I want you to pick out what was summoning you. And what she picked out was a picture, and I'll pass this around. Anybody still got my card? Huh? Okay, cool. Well, let it go on through so everybody can see it. You know, don't fall in love with it. He took her to this particular stela or slate or slab of this wood, which has hieroglyphics on it, and it has a picture of Horus, a picture of the god Newt, which is the triple blackness of space, a picture of this winged globe with a dot in the middle, which is the black dot in you, the Bendu seed, the black dot, and a picture of this priest, a black priest, who was in later dynasties and all, and who was a priest of the priesthood of Amun-Ra. And this particular god Horus was summoning him, and when he got this stela, on this is a picture of a black man that actually called him, and on it is the actual writings and stuff that went on to translate it. By doing this, he set up a ritual to Heru or Horus, and this blue-black angel called Awa came to him and passed that around. Came to him and gave him something called the Book of Law. The Book of Law. This Book of Law was a book, supposedly if the white people did what was in it by rituals and by the system that this guy was going to set up later on called the OTO, his own masonry system, that they could receive something called the great works of Melanin. And once they did this, when the eon of Maya that's upon us would come in, they would be saved by this melanin, okay? By this melanin. Just, brother, just go ahead and pass it up, brother. Don't read the book, just go ahead and pass it on through. Just look at the picture and pass it on through. Don't be reading now. Look. Don't get comfortable now. Look, I ain't trying to bust you out, but you know how it is. You know, you get bees that way sometimes. Now, what happened was, he set up this, and David did, he got this book of law. Now, I'll explain what this book of law is. Anyway, what happened was, they were in touch with the great white brotherhood or the black white, who the order of who Melchizedek or Awak was the top of, was the chief of. They gave him this stuff to set up a time continuum. It ran out, and will run out around April, but actually it ran out the first part of 1994. That's what time we in. And the first part of 1994. Now, I want to address the order. Is anybody here that knew the brother named Solomon from the brother named Solomon that was a part of the Nation of Islam? He was a part of the Nation of Islam under, now I'll tell you the name of the book you need to get, because this book is a lot of scientific terms. You don't need to get that book. The book you need to get is called, to understand on a short book on Aleister Crowley, it's called The Nature of the Beast by Colin Wilson. This book, if you buy it, you won't understand nothing in there. That's why I said get the other book, which explains the whole life story. Now, there's a guy by the name of Solomon. Is anybody in here? Well, don't worry, I'll get to that later on then. I'm good. I wanted to address some things, but I want to get to that later on. Now, Melchizedek gave us an actual warning and a channeling last Saturday night. And it is to say that all of you that think you down, you must at this particular time start internalizing this particular knowledge, whereas it's not something that you talk about, it's not nothing you think about when you're at a party, or when you want to do the black thing, let somebody know you down, because it's not an intellectual thing. It's not like a badge you put on or like a new coat. They're saying that you got to start living your life like you down on frequency, 100%. You understand what I'm saying? That means anything that you think is important, like the white man's thing, is supposed to become secondary. And this is supposed to be first. We know how it is now. Don't lie. You put the white man's thing first, and you put everything else second. So whatever you put first over anything in your life is your God. Whoever feeds you, clothes you, provides your entertainment, or provides what kind of entertainment you should be listening to, or looking at, and who you worship when he gives you the picture masquerading as God. Ain't that some white man masquerading as God? That's his white Jesus Christ. That is your God. Whatever you do, you spend 24 hours almost, or either 98% of your time at work, in some job, to get some food. That is your job. That is your God. That's your God, wherever you spend most of your time doing, getting paid. That's the problem now. That's why you had Booker T. Washington told Du Bois, if you raise these money makers, that's what you will get. A race of money makers, no culture whatsoever. And once they shot the white man's leader in the world. Because see, Martin Luther King was a prophet for white people. Because whatever he said, you ain't benefited. Oh, yeah, right. You go in, oh, I got the right so I can sit down in the toilet with white people now. Whenever they shot, they profited the head. The man who was supposed to come and get them right said, well, look, this your last time to get off that beastlyhood and do something right. Once they shot him in the head, the first thing they did is they marched all them upper town leaders in and paid them all off. All of them. Jesse, Andrew Young, Avenue, all of them, paid them off. They couldn't buy out Jose Williams, so they just slandered him and made him into a drunk. We'll just mess your character up. You understand? You see, now, the key is you're a race of money makers, and this is the reason why you haven't been able to get your stuff together. You worried about getting paid. Okay? We understand what is taking up most of your time. All right? Now, let's go on. You must internalize this thing. If you're going to be down, if you're going to bring in the new world, now is the time to start. Not next week. Not once you get that next check, or once you quit that job. You need to start today. Take it and leave it alone, because you will bear witness to it very soon if you ain't down by this stuff now. The time of teaching is up. As like we say, I'm beyond time up here teaching a group of black people that done had every kind of doctrine come to them for the last 50-something years, or the last, let's say the last 60 years. You done had everything. You see what I'm saying? It's time is out. Okay? But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the ball on the road on what's getting ready to go down and all of that, whatnot, or what's getting ready to come in the whole 9 yards. Now, let's go. I'm making good time. We're going to find out. Now, what's happening is this. The earth is getting ready to come with project evacuation. That means that they got to reshape this earth back into what it was before, in order and balance. No wonder they got to tear down all the buildings. Because remember that in ancient Hemmit, we built from spiritual purposes up. If it didn't have a spiritual connotation, we didn't do it. You didn't even have sex now unless it had a spiritual connotation. It's called making gods. When the celestial thing got out of the way and the science, that practice got out of order, we made that music. And you can see what you want, but you can go and take the human artificials and get into that whole thing. I got 4 hours on that. Now, what happens is this. They got to change this planet. They got to transform this planet back into its original path. They got to tear down all these buildings because the white man trying to copy Egypt or trying to copy Kemet. He built all these doggone buildings, and these buildings don't have no spiritual connotation. Now the planet got a doggone wobble in it because all these buildings. So they got to clean this beast civilization off because he has raped the planet. Okay? He has raped the planet. So there's project evacuation, which means 2 things. 2 ways they're going to do this. They're going to do it. Some people are going up the cosmic ladder spiritually. Those people that are going up the cosmic ladder spiritually, they're going this way, up a higher path, getting to what you call closer to the brotherhood, or the great white brotherhood, which is not white people. The Christ light comes from black. Light is nothing but a reflection of the triple blackness of space, or we call the black light of Osiris, which Osiris means the God of the perfect black, and I'll get into the science. Some people are going this way. The other people, if they're on the frequency mentally, who did not go through the actual task of lifting themselves up by opening up the chakras and all of that. If you down mentally, because every thought that you think is being recorded on what is called the Akashic records. So don't think, well, I'm going to wait till the last minute and I'm going to go, yeah, I'm not. Don't go that way. You see what I'm saying? You see. They don't go that way. They already know. It's like that Santa Claus thing. Knowing you naughty and you nice. You understand what I'm saying? But this ain't no big fat stink. White man in no red suit. Now, key about that is this. Those people that are on the frequency who haven't attained a certain level of spirituality will be evacuated also with a mothership. Now, anybody should know by now. I don't want to get into the whole thing about UFOs, because anybody should know now that there are such things as other life and UFOs and the whole 9 yards. Hell, we own other planets. We're the gods of the universe. So they got mothership. The one that you hear of in the Nation of Islam is a mothership that will take you to what is called the subterranean world, or the crystal city, which if you go to several places, Shambhala, which is in Asia, Mount Kilimanjaro, somewhere in a hidden part, Kentucky is one, Memphis is one, ancient Hemmit is one, and a couple other places. When you go to those places, you can go down, which is called the subterranean world, where there's a whole other world. And on that world live the most superior of us. You see, the most backwards live on top of the planet. The most superior live in the planet. In a whole other world, with a whole, what you call a nocturnal sun, which is another sun, which is nothing but a chakra, electromagnetic force, where you got a whole other beautiful paradise. So for those people who need ascension that does not lift themselves up spiritually, they will go under the earth or in the subterranean world for a safe haven. Okay? Two types of ascensions going on. The point about it is, as a man and woman thinketh in his heart, so is he or she. You understand? So we talk about being on the frequency as far as your mind, and we talk about internalizing it. You understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about doing the white man's thing and doing your own thing as you please and not internalizing this particular stuff where it becomes a part of your everyday life. This is all I think about 24/7. This is it. Even if I'm around the people out on the outside, while I'm around them going crazy, I'm thinking of this stuff in my mind. I'll be talking to you, hugging you, grinning, laughing, but I'm thinking of this in my mind. There's not an hour of any 30-minute period where I'm not thinking of this particular science. This is what we're trying to get you to be on. This is it. This is the time to start thinking. Put everything off and get down with the frequency, as we call it, right now. To get this lift up. Now, what is the frequency? The frequency is this. If you're a soul song and you got 19 slots on the country stations, you can't get into none of them 19 slots because you're on the wrong frequency. You go up a notch to the frequency, or you might have 19 slots on the soul station so you can get played. So we talking about a mind thing here. You understand? To start thinking this in your mind to get on the frequency so you can get the good and all the beauty that is coming down the tubes for our people. Okay? This is what's coming down the tubes. But we want spiritual warriors, and we want people that can help the people when all hell breaks loose. You can be assistance to help your people by knowing what time it is. No, mama, it ain't the end of the world like you think. You need to do this and you need to do that. It's the end of an eon. And the end of an eon is not the end of the world per se, but it is the end of an existence of a government that is in existence at that time when this cycle changed. It is the end of that rule. So don't go out on don't fall and go out on nobody else's cycle. Come in on your own cycle. But remember, if you think white, you go out white. If you think like the beast, you go out like the beast. And the sad part about it is you're going to see a few of them that have done the right thing, as Muhammad said, that'll be looking at you going out on some cycles that they could have gone out on, but they did the right thing. So don't think this way. You understand? We talk about a mindset here, okay? So this is what's going on, project evacuation at this particular time right now. Also, there's a tunnel in ancient Hemmit. I think it's in the area Dakar, near the King Zosa, the first step pyramid of Saqqara. I think there's one there. There's a tunnel that leads, there's a tunnel that leads from Memphis, Hemmit to Memphis, Egypt. It's a tunnel. No, Memphis, Egypt, or Memphis, Hemmit to Memphis, Tennessee. Okay? Right. To Memphis, Tennessee. There's a tunnel that leads there. So we talk about this underground world. Okay? Now, I made the point on my last thing that some people could not understand this. I said, well, some white people got melanin. Look. Go back and get Richard King's book, African Origins of Biological Psychiatry, where he tells you that 85% of African Americans have what is called a functional pineal gland that secretes melanin. He said 85% of white people have a calcified pineal gland that doesn't secrete melanin and it does not give them the actual substance to survive on the planet when the planet gets ready to get rid of them. But he says 85%, that means you still got 15% of white people that's not even white. They're black people. They had them black babies all the time, you know. Put them up for adoption and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so you have a 15%. Now, with the 15%, that's still a great deal where you're going to have some white people that's going to turn against their people because they know what time it is. And they're going to try to come help us. Well, if they do the right thing, then God bless them. They'll be down. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to turn against their people. You see. And not 15%, because some of them know that thinking they're white, is talking about within that 15% and some other ones that do not have the melanin will turn against their people and try to do the right thing. But eventually, they will live 1,000 years, but they will have to be killed too if they don't receive the melanin. Now, if they are part of that 15% that got the melanin, they don't have to worry about it. But even if they do the right thing and they are saved from the cut list of who they're going to take the beast off the planet, eventually, they would have to die too later on. Probably they say, well, they'll live 1,000 years for their effort. But that means, what do they mean? Space, which is at the base of the skull and the top of the spine, called the medulla oblongata, the mouth of God, that chakra. Your crown chakra lights up based on the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and all of this. That lighting up is nothing but a reflection of a star. That crown chakra you see on Jesus' head, which Jesus means title, Christ means title. You just know one man who got the Christhood, and you think that's the only Son of God. Okay? There's several Christs. There's 16 crucified saviors. Get Percy Graves' book, 16 crucified saviors. 17 with no more. Black Christian, the Black Buddha, the Black Heru, which is being the primordial Christ of all time, which is the part of this lecture. The Octon. Okay? Metatron is a form of the Christ because Jesus, the one that you know of, was in the order of Melchizedek or Metatron. Okay? Once this thing lights up, you become a star. A small star. After you leave this realm and go to other realms and complete certain graduations, your final graduation after so many years, by doing the right thing, because after you leave this classroom, you got to go to another classroom. Your final resting place, your final manifestation is nothing but a small star in the universe. So when you see those stars, you have 7 major. You have some below the genitals and some up above the head. You got the 7 chakras, the navel chakra, the root chakra, which is at the sacral vertebrae. You have the heart chakra, the spleen chakra, the throat chakra, the brow chakra, and the crown chakra. When the crown chakra is lit, or magnified, or manifested through going through the triple blackness of space, which is the melanin at the base of the brain, even though melanin is all through your nervous system, the melanin at the base of the brain, once it goes up into that triple blackness of space, in your brain, to remember that. As above, so below. As under, as on top. As within, as without. Those are the laws of the universe. You're nothing but the microcosm of the macrocosm. You are a small piece of the greater universe, which makes you God. Okay? If I do this little scenario, I get a bucket of water, say that's the universe, and I take a cup and dip in that bucket of water. Is not the contents in the cup the same as the one in the big bucket of water? It's just a little small. In your body is a small universe. Okay? Now, when this particular Kundalini rises and the chakras line up and this energy of God rises up through the triple blackness, so that's what's going on. And that card symbolizes that. Aleister Crowley wrote death. Number 1. Let me explain some things about this God concept. I told you this in your Holy Quran. It says in the Holy Quran, this is the Lord that moves both laughing and the weeping, laughter and weeping. All things must return to God. He is the God that created both male and female from one single ejaculated semen. He is the God that bestows and enriches and will create all things anew. He is the Lord of Sirius, right in the surah of the Quran. Okay? Now what do they mean? Something that creates that means you're talking about Allah. The El, which means God, and the La, or the Lot, which means the triple blackness of space, and the actual goddess mother, which you would have. You get 2 words, the mother and the son. Allah. You have the triple blackness of space that's in the constellation of Draco. Triple blackness of space. It's so blue-black and so black that you can't even see it. So it has to reveal itself. And by revealing it, the black Moors ruled Spain for 700 years or longer. They introduced this to them in masonry. That's why you see the masonry goes from Christianity and it goes into an Islamic symbol when you go high up in the degrees. The white masonry was introduced into masonry because to try to lift them up when they opened up the 16 universities in Spain. Go get the golden age of the Moors and read up on the actual stuff that happened in Spain. Well, they also introduced masonry as well as education to lift the beast up who was in a dark age, because it was a spiritual prophecy that they had to lift the beast up and give him a certain amount of time to rule before they came in and killed them. And one of the ways of doing this was spiritual alchemy, which since the Moors left, they put this guy Saint Germain up on the high levels and gave him the melanin. And since he left, there's been a 98% failure rate. We only know of one person after that by the name of Fukanemi who actually achieved the great works, which is nothing but the actual process of gaining melanin. Melanin, the key carbon substance of the universe. Stick with me because this is a lecture on melanin too. Okay? Now, it takes a netta-act, which is a number 7, which is a netta-act, and it cuts open the south gate, which is the vagina, and it reveals itself as the first star. That first star is called Al, or Al, which is a reflection of the La, of the lot, which means a triple blackness of space that you can't see. So the reflection is the first star of 8 stars. It's number 8, and it's called Al. You get the word Allah, which is mother and God, in one sentence, or in one word. You get the word Sophis in Greek, which means the same thing. Or you get the great mother Nut and her son Sut, or the great mother Apit and her son Sut, which is the first primordial God of all time, called black. When we say to God Jehovah, when we say to God Yahweh, when we say to God Allah, we're talking about nothing but the same expression of the first blue-black God in Kemet called Sut, later on fashioned as Ptah, Osar, and Amen, or Ra, you see. Now, this particular science is going on. So what is going on here? Let's get into this expression of God. You have 7 chakras in your body.